In this section, I will be covering miracle principles number 5 and number 6. Miracle principle number 5 says, miracles are habits and should be involuntary. They should not be under conscious control. Consciously selected miracles can be misguided. This principle teaches us that we can create the healthy habit of thinking with the Holy Spirit, which leads to miracles. You can have the habit of miracle thinking, which I think is just awesome. It's helpful for us all to remember that, as we are taught in the course, that we should not be afraid of the ego. For as we believe in the ego, we give the ego life. But we can just as quickly turn our attention over to the Holy Spirit, and that is how the ego loses power, simply by us not focusing upon it. You see, the ego is powered by your mind. Without your belief in it, the ego simply disappears. So presently, you have a habit of thinking with the ego. But as Jesus reminds us frequently in his course, we can create a new habit of thinking, miracle thinking. And I personally find this very exciting. This principle also offers yet another reminder that it is best to turn our thinking over to the Holy Spirit, so we do not attempt to try and control things in this world. So what is meant by consciously selected miracles can be misguided is that we can misinterpret what is needed in a situation. We're trying to understand it with our ego minds. And so we can so easily get caught up in trying to fix other people's lives or situations, or again, all the details in our lives, we try and control them. And that by doing so, we deny others and ourselves the opportunities to learn and forgive. We think that by always interjecting in situations that we are being miracle workers. Yet there are occasions when we should stand aside and let a person go through what they need to so they can get to a state of awareness that they turn to the Holy Spirit in their own way. And just the same, we want to give ourselves the same opportunity. When we stop controlling all the details of our lives, we remember that the Holy Spirit is with us, and we turn to the Holy Spirit and let the Holy Spirit's guidance flow through us. And then we take that beautifully, divinely guided action, which is how we experience miracles in our lives. So everyone deserves the opportunity to come to the realization that thinking with the ego is too much, and that forgiveness is in order. It is also helpful to remember that we have to quiet our minds and follow our intuition, and our intuition is one of the ways the Holy Spirit speaks to us. As the Holy Spirit is in our right minds, the Holy Spirit's guidance will come to us through ideas and nudges, our intuition, or even through messages we read or hear. It will always come through the mind. We will feel a deep and peaceful resonance. And that is how we know we are hearing the Holy Spirit. You want to remember that the Holy Spirit's guidance will always be a message of peace. It will be a message that carries something loving for everyone who's involved. So it is helpful for you to practice quieting your mind and also being open. Don't try and control, just be open. And you will be lovingly directed by the Holy Spirit. And now for the most commonly known principle, miracle principle number 6, which states, miracles are natural. When they do not occur, something has gone wrong. To hear that miracles are natural is such a beautiful message. This means that we are always able to choose the miracle over the ego's conflict. This is such a helpful thing to remember, especially when you are feeling overwhelmed by things in your experience. You are always able to take a deep breath and remind yourself that the miracle awaits your invitation. Now, considering that miracles are natural, and when they do not occur, then something has gone wrong, that something which has gone wrong is us interjecting with how we think things should be done. We try to give demands that the miracle should look a certain way and occur at a certain time and so forth. Remember again that control is an ego attribute. So if you find yourself trying to control things, even the miracle, then you can be sure that you are in your ego mind and you are actually stopping the genuine miracle from occurring. So I hope you can see how helpful it is that you step out of your own way. Remind yourself that the ego mind, as convincing as it may be, is always trying to cycle you back into conflict and away from your awareness of spirit. So be vigilant for the truth and for the miracle. They both await you in your loving right mind.